as long as I thought it was necessary. Remember? I don't give a fuck. Corelli caught herself. She took some yoga breaths and swallowed the anger that was quick to rise at the least provocation. Parker was right. She had agreed, and she'd gone back on her word. Sorry, it just seemed easier since I was so close. Would Parker drag it out or accept her apology? Parker met her eyes. Damn right you won't. Brett would kill me if I let anything happen to you. She dropped her gaze to the victim. What do we have here? Forgiven, or at least apology accepted. You tell me. After 8 months, Parker was exceptional at reading a crime scene. She really didn't need the experience, but training her was a part of the deal they'd made after Corelli exposed a group of dirty police and found herself on the wrong side of the blue wall. At the time, neither wanted to work with the other, but they'd come to a mutually beneficial agreement. Corelli would train Parker as a homicide detective, while Parker functioned as her bodyguard. The partnership had worked out well, at least from Corelli's point of view. She thought Parker felt the same, but because of her inexplicable habit of dumping her anger on Parker, and because of Parker's reticence, she couldn't be sure. The sky was brightening as Parker stood and paced the area marked off by the crime tape. She smiled at the whimsical sculptures, but her gaze was all business, scrutinizing the scene for any clue as to what might have happened here. Finally, she knelt next to Corelli. No blood that I can see. She touched the man's carotid artery, then his arm. Male in his 30s, blonde hair, brown eyes, no pulse, near full rigor, no visible blood, though we may find some under him. He's dressed casually in boots, a down jacket, and jeans, so not a jogger, and no sign of a dog. Maybe he lives nearby and was out for a walk. She picked up his hand and studied his palm, then moved around to check the other hand. His clothing and his hands are clean. His lack of calluses indicates a desk job, rather than hard labor. Recognize him? Parker shook her head. You know all these white guys look alike to me. Corelli knew the joke was Parker signaling she wasn't holding a grudge, but then she never did, no matter how shitty Corelli treated her. They looked up at the sound of medical legal investigator Gloria Indep's voice. Corelli glanced at Parker. As usual, she appeared professional when faced with the woman she may have been in bed with when she got called to the scene a short time before. Indep signed in, pulled on protective gear, and then approached them. Good morning, detectives. What have we got on this lovely day? Although Indep wasn't a detective, she had medical, forensics, and investigative training, a keen eye, and an analytic mind. Corelli respected her ability to analyze a crime scene and read the victim. Sometimes Indep saw things she and Parker missed. We'd appreciate your take on it. Okay, let's see what we can see. She pursed her lips and surveyed the area. I guess it's called Penny Park because of those bronze pennies everywhere. But what are these funny little creatures? Is it meaningful that he died in the middle of these strange sculptures in this unusual park? Good question. This whole installation, Corelli waved her hand, is a commentary on capitalism. The bronze sculptures are cartoonish representations of capitalists, laborers, bohemians, and animals interacting. It's political. Once we identify our Vic, the reason he died here might become clear. Or not. Indep began sketching the scene on her iPad. Parker did the same with pencil and paper while Corelli took pictures with her iPhone. Morning. Lopez, the crime scene unit photographer, greeted them and immediately got to work photographing the body. When Lopez indicated she got the picture she needed in this position, Indep put her iPad down and began her examination of the victim. No visible wounds on the back of his head, neck, torso, or legs. She looked at his hands. Rigor. No rings. No calluses, nails manicured. She backed his hands, frowned, then felt along his right arm. The rigor makes it hard to be sure, but I'd guess this arm is broken. Help me turn him, Detective Parker. Lopez continued to take pictures. Because of the rigidity, it was difficult to move him, but with Corelli's help they flipped him onto his back. His face is clear. Indep unzipped his jacket and pulled his sweater up. No wounds that I can see on his chest. She pulled the neck of the turtleneck down. Extensive bruising on his neck. She checked his eyes. Red spots, petechiae in the eyes. Looks like he was strangled. She unbuckled his belt and unzipped his jeans. Parker helped her pull the jeans down. No visible signs of sexual activity. Let's turn him again. Corelli put her hand out. Wait,